What up, doe? What up, doe? What up, doe? This is Gangsta Astrology and Rap Beef, and we have a back-to-back. Benzino then came at Eminem again with another one, and I'm not gonna sit up and talk about this. My first time listening to this. I ain't heard it before. Trying to make faces and everything, acting like I'm surprised because I just heard a bar. I've been at work all day. I had an opportunity to come home from work, and I'm about to give y'all what I got. But here's what the difference is. The difference is you're about to get it from a Detroit perspective, and of course, I'm going to get a little bit into the astrology of Benzino. But let's get it. Let's start it off. I'm gonna be stopping a lot, so like, comment, and like and comment if you like it, and subscribe if you watch a couple of more and you see what you like.
Black thing until Elvis came and made it different. You can't self-sustain, you too selfish. Wait and listen. You keep saying my name, you put yourself in this position. This what happens when the Celtics play the Pistons. I was minding my business. You wasn't making any type of noise these days or choice.
Alright, first of all, let's deal with a couple of things that he didn't put out there. Now, I'm hearing all of these people doing these reaction videos, and you can kind of see the disparity when it's people that either love Eminem or they don't like Eminem or whatever. You know, even the ones that really love him, you got a couple of them that really screw face. He pretty much called it down the middle, you know, but you can still tell you're a big Eminem fan, but he called it down the middle. It's a No Life Shack. No Life Shack did a good job, and I'm not saying that the other people didn't, but those people who I have a tendency of looking at, and I understand that they are all Eminem fans. So and it's another guy. Sorry, dude, can't remember your name. I think it's something like Chill or something like that. And it's anyway. So here's what I got. Eminem, people talking about, well, he bringing out the race thing. This is what I hate. He bringing out the race thing. First of all, it's battle rap. And anybody in battle rap, whatever it is that can be perceived as a weakness, whatever it is that can be perceived as a shot, then that's what people gonna use. That's what battle rap is. Whether a person is short, whether a person is fat, whether a person is skinny, whatever it is that they can get off on or that they see to be a area that they can shoot at you at, that's what they gonna do, so y'all can miss all of that stuff. Plus, Eminem already referred to himself as the Elvis of rap, or doing rap culture what Elvis did in the other one. He poked fun at it, but he said it himself. So when he said it, ain't nobody go at him. The same people ain't go at him. So why you going at him when Benzino saying it? And this ain't about to be no bashing on Eminem or nothing like that. You know, Eminem is one of the top. Eminem is definitely a top tier MC. He's definitely in the top 5. So it ain't about to be no bashing on him or nothing like that. But I'm gonna call it 100. And and then another thing, for Benzino, what he put in there, talking about Detroit versus the Pistons versus the Celtics. Here. For those who don't know or who's not old enough to know, before Detroit went to the championship in the 80s and got their back-to-back, the team that they had that they was battling in year after year was the Boston Celtics. This when you had Isaiah Thomas, when you had Rick Mahorn, and you had all of them. And then finally, we hated the Celtics. I hated Larry Bird. I hated Robert Parrish. But finally, Detroit got past the Celtics and they knocked them out. And then later on in the years when Detroit got good again, they end up having to run in with the Celtics. And so that really is a slap on competition, you know, between the Pistons and the Celtics. But when Benzino, you say this will happen when the Pistons play the Celtics, well, from my recollection, the Pistons stumped over the Celtics, my boy. All right, let's go.
Can't self-sustain, you too selfish, wait and listen. You keep saying my name, you put yourself in this position. This what happens when the Celtics play the Pistons. I was minding my business, you wasn't making any type of noise these days. So a choice was made, clout chase Benzino and Corner Ray. You still in your annoying phase. Hey, what do you call it when the man that stands is a stand? Help me coin the phrase. I am the culture, you don't even be around.
When the man that stand and a stand and a garbage can and a pan and a wind and they went up and down just like my man Dan. All right. So now let's get to the other point, right? Let's get to the other point. The other point is clearly this is a very good song. And here's the problem that I have with people, right? They're talking about, well, he got a ghostwriter. This ain't Benzino didn't write this. Well, duh. I mean, come on. Nobody in their right mind would think that Benzino wrote this right here, you know. But what is y'all beef with ghostwriters? It's only in hip hop that a person can't rap. Some people are good. Some people are good rappers. They're good performers. Some people record good, but they can't write. Some people write good, but they're not good at at performing. They're not good at a delivery. So why is that a negative thing? You don't look at it as negative when it's in the movies. You don't look at it as negative when it's in stage plays. Everybody else get to have writers, but it's only in rap that y'all frown down on people who are ghostwriters or people who write. You know, those are still artists. Those are people who still express a skill. And so what you really do, you kill a whole lot of people inside of the culture because you make it taboo, and it's only in rap that's the only area that is taboo at. You got people that write, but they don't rhyme. They can't perform well. You got people that perform well, but they can't write. So what is the problem with having and giving the proper credit to people who actually write? You know, y'all really killing a whole big part of the industry, and y'all killing a whole big talent base. There's nothing wrong with people who write. There's nothing wrong with people who use writers. All of these things make it hip hop, but y'all trying to destroy one segment of hip hop from rightfully coming in theirs. So how y'all gonna rectify with that? And then plus Eminem just going straight against Benzino. Come on, man. Where's the competition in that? You know, I'm the person that bullies the bully, you know. And so when Benzino needs help and he delivered it well, whoever it is that wrote it, you know, kudos to them. And we're going to get on that a little bit later, but I had to get that off of my chest. All right.
Still in your annoying phase. Wow. Hey, what do you call it when the man that stands is a stand? Help me coin the phrase. I am the culture. You don't even be around. You don't even come outside. You don't even see a town. I swear Bezel said the M don't be showing the city love. Why you ain't got no words for him, huh? He in your city, bro. I wonder why. We wanna see. Just say something, please. Could it be possibly that you ain't really from them streets? I was born and raised in my city. You should've come for me. I don't know where you from. Let's say Missouri loves company.
All right, now this is two big points of contention that we gonna have to go over. First of all, he put Benzino in it, and yeah, I seen the response. I mean, not Benzino, but he put Icewear Vezel in it, and I seen the response that Vezel made. You know, I'm not gonna knock on the response that Vezel made. You know, Vezel, you know, trying to keep it all the way Detroit. You know, I understand that. I'm not gonna hate on him, even though he leaned towards the east side. You know, but it is all Detroit, or the we want to touch on that. We gonna touch on that, and y'all probably might not like me, but I'm gonna be 100 where a lot of people ain't gonna be 100. So Vezo responds, say, yeah, I knew your brother. I was locked up with your brother or whatever. First of all, Bezo ain't did a whole lot of big bits, long bits, but Bezo is highly respected on the streets. He is plugged in. He do work with a lot of the younger rappers and things of that nature. I'm from the west side, you know what I'm saying? And I get an east side love, but I'm definitely from the west side, just like people is from the east side are definitely from the east side, and that's what it is. That's the reality of the city. And so Vessel say don't put me in it. Vessel don't want them bars. Vessel like, man, you trying to mess up the bag? You know what I'm saying? Don't put me in that shit. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I ain't mad at him though, but you can't be mad. You put it out there. You put it out there, bro. You put it out there. And because you put it out there, it's out there for public consumption. He would never be able to use it if you didn't put it out there. If it was real when you said it, you know what I'm saying, then you can't hate on nobody else for putting it out there. But I understand you want to make it clear that you're not in support of it and you ain't got no beef with the brother and all of this and that. You know what I'm saying? But he entitled to use it. He entitled to use it as ammunition, because when you put it out there, it turned into ammunition. And I'm not saying that it's wrong. This is rap, man. This battle rap. Y'all don't know nothing about UTFO and Roxanne Shante. Y'all don't know nothing about Cool Mo D and LL Cool J. This battle rap, man. That's what rap is. Let's go. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna rewind this because it's another important part that we gotta touch on.
I wonder why we want to see. Just say something, please. Could it be possibly that you ain't really from them streets? I was born and raised in my city. You shouldn't come for me. I don't know where you from. Let's say Missouri loves company. I'm probably more Detroit than you, cause these real niggas know me.
All right. That's what we got to deal with, right? He said, maybe you ain't really from these streets. I'm from my streets, and I ain't about to be on beat. I ain't about to have these lyrics down verbatim because I ain't been chasing them. I ain't like, whatever. But look, so here's the truth on this. Well, from what I understand, Eminem represents Detroit. Eminem didn't grow up in Detroit. That's not saying that he grew up in a great neighborhood and all of this and that, or that he wasn't frequenting Detroit. He did not go to the Detroit high school primarily. Eminem grew up on the other side of 8 Mile in Warren, in a trailer park in bad conditions and all of that, but and Warren is not Detroit. Warren is his own city. It has its own mayor. And how did I learn that? I was locked up when Eminem came out. And during that time period, it was, people from Warren. Warren is mainly Caucasians, right? Especially back then. And so the people from Warren they the ones that was up me on that. They said, man, Eminem, they claimed Eminem, you know what I'm saying? And so he went to Warren High School. That's not Detroit. Warren was racist. Warren was very racist. Does that make him racist? No, I don't think so. That's just where he grew up. Did he ultimately come to Detroit? From what I understand, he did. But that's something that a lot of these guys ain't gonna tell you, But me, I feel like if you 100, then regardless of what happened down the line, the truth ain't gonna change, And some people they want Detroit to be on so bad that, anybody that claim Detroit, they gonna say, well, yeah, they from Detroit, and they ain't gonna put it out there for how it really is. And ain't nothing wrong with being from Warren reps Detroit. A lot of people, once they leave outside of the state of Michigan, Detroit is the known city. Detroit is the big city. So they gonna rep Detroit because you get to asking them about their city. Some of them, they know that a lot of people it's probably not gonna been heard of their city. So to deal with an argument or having to explain, they say Detroit. Detroit is the biggest city, you know. And so Eminem was frequenting Detroit, but he was born the Missouri part. He was raised in Michigan. You know, he was raised over on Warren, and he probably hung out in Detroit. You know, I don't doubt at all that he hung out in Detroit. But no, he didn't go to high school in Detroit. So everybody that want to backpedal and all of that stuff, come on, keep it 100. You know, Detroit embrace him. He did a lot for the city. He does a lot for the city. You know, but he wasn't from the streets in Detroit. So Benzino is right about that.
Let's say Missouri loves company. I'm probably more Detroit than you, cause these real niggas know me. I was with YBI in 86, yeah, that's my OGs. Four Corners, Columbia Point. My young boys had the Moseys on Dexter with the bomb boys close to me. Okay, you found 50, and you put on 5 Detroit niggas. Rest in peace to the best ones, the rest of them sound iffy.
Alright, we're gonna deal with this. I'm cutting through all of this. Now here goes something at Benzino. The question that you gotta ask is who wrote this, you know, when it's going. I don't have no problem that somebody wrote it, but I'm curious, you know, who wrote it. It's clearly somebody that understands Detroit a lot, you know, which at first it had me thinking, all right, somebody in the city had wrote this, you know. He talked about Young Boys, but Young Boys was international. This is what let me know that it wasn't somebody that was from that era, because the year that he gave, 1986, the only way you was with the Young Boys in 1986 is if you was locked up. In 1986, that by that time, the East Side, you know, really started doing their thing, and you had White Boy Rick, and you had the Chambers, and you had all of those other people, but it wasn't YBI in 1986. YBI was really at their last holds and their last falls in 1984, and you may have had some scragglers in 1985, but 1983 and 1984, that began the decline of the Young Boys. So you wasn't in the city with no Young Boys in 1986. As Maury Povich would say, that's a lie. You know what I'm saying? So he going off of something that he heard, but somebody gave him some history, but it wasn't nobody old enough to really know the history, or it wasn't nobody that's directly from the city. So we had to get that part clear.
Let's say Missouri loves company. I'm probably more Detroit than you, cause these real niggas know me. I was with YBI in 86, yeah, that's my OGs. Four Corners, Columbia Point. My young boys had the Moseys on Dexter with the bomb boys close to me. Okay, you found 50, and you put on 5 Detroit niggas. Rest in peace to the best ones, the rest of them sound iffy.
Alright, so now we gotta touch on that. He mentioned Dexter, so that's what really had me like, okay, somebody he know a little bit, you know, because that was even though YBI was everywhere, Dexter is definitely the place. That's the West Side, by the way. Dexter is definitely the birthplace, you know, of the Young Boys, the birthplace of Butch Jones. It's the birthplace of Raymond Peoples and all of those other ones that made Detroit or made the YBI what it was, you know, your Kurt McGurts and things of that nature, you know. So Dexter is definitely the birthplace, so he knows something. I'm wondering, so that had me saying, it's probably somebody from the Midwest, you know, that helped write this. I don't think it was one person that wrote this. I think it's a couple of people that helped with the writing on this. They did an excellent job, but I don't think it was just one person, and he's doing an excellent job at delivering it.
The best ones, the rest of them sound iffy. So let's go down your stable. Okay. Gun left your label. Benny left your label. Khan left your label. Royce left your label. Joe Button left your label. Ortiz left your label. No crooked eye couldn't save you. Yellow open out there flopping. And where the hell Cash is at though? Heard from Obie Trice only twice and not a word from Stat Quo. With all them four.
Alright, Okay, he said a whole lot of names right there, and goddamn it, I ain't gonna go over all of them, but I will touch some of them. Now, when he talk about D12, um, proof, yeah, proof is in D12, but here's what I say about D12. Everybody in D12 was able to rap, you know, and a few people at that time, and Eminem over the years, he's gotten better and better. You got to give him his credit on that. But everybody in D12 was able to rap, even Bizarre. They had their different styles and everything, but everybody in D12 was able to rap, you know. So you can't, they wasn't iffy. They was only iffy because you wasn't up on that Detroit sound, and being that you was at the source, you know, you couldn't tap into the source at that time. You know, Detroit, the people that you see in Detroit is that's been Detroit. You know, Detroit been getting it on. So it ain't new to us. You know what I'm saying? It's new to everybody else. And hey, we appreciate the love. They get a chance to make money, you know, but we've been vibing with the vibe all along. As far as Crooked Eye, he didn't say Crooked Eye left. Crooked Eye always gonna defend Eminem, you know. Royce the 5'9", now Royce the 5'9", always gonna defend Eminem, even though Royce the 5, I give a lot of credit to Royce the 5'9". I remember when Royce the 5'9" came out, I was an inspiring rapper and gangster myself at that time, you know. But Royce the 5'9", he been in the mix. He did some things. He made some mistakes as far as I think he kind of held some people back. You know, I don't think, I know he held some people back, and that shit wasn't cool, you know, but that don't take away his entire catalog and everything that he did. He did rap the city, you know. So yeah, they left the label. He didn't lie there, you know. All of those people did leave the label. All right, let's go.
Your label, Royce left your label, Joe Button left your label, Ortiz left your label, no Crooked Eye couldn't save you. Yellow Wolf been out there flopping, and where the hell Cash is at though? Heard from Obie Trice only twice, and not a word from Stat Quo.
All right, Obie Trice. Now, this is something, I used to go real hard at Eminem because I'm like, man, he not even from Detroit, you know. He from the outskirts of Detroit, and I used to go hard at him. And then a lot of reasons that I went hard at him was because of that racist stuff. And I ain't gonna lie, I didn't want to get Vanilla Iced again. Dum da da dum da da dum 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 da da dum da da dum dum. So, hey, Vanilla Ice made it bad for a white boy in rap. I'm telling you. So I didn't want to get Vanilla Iced again, you know. So I used to go kind of hard at Eminem, you know. But here's about Obie Trice. You can't say that he didn't look out for nobody from the city. I can't say that he didn't look out for nobody from the city, because at the time he was selling, signing and working with Obie Trice. First of all, I went to school with Obie Trice. We both went to Calac Middle School. You know, I went to Cooley, whatever. You know, we was from the same hood. Both of us off of Schoolcraft. You know, so I couldn't. You know, I can't say that he didn't look out from nobody from the city. He actually looked out for somebody I know from the city. Even his brother. His brother was a counselor at the time. He ended up being his manager. That ended up being Obie Trice's manager. He was a counselor at the joint that I was at that time. You remember, I did a 24-year bit. I was still locked up when all that stuff came out. And so his brother was, you know, telling me a few things about Eminem and all of that. It was really bad mistakes in management and everything. And his brother was his manager. He quit his job to go manage him full time, you know. And I give credit to his brother. He wasn't one of those foul counselors and all of that type of stuff, trying to boat people up and hem people up. You know, they was from the hood, you know, from my neighborhood, you know. So I got to give him that. You know, Obie Trice is a good guy. You know, Obie Trice was a good guy. And yeah.
And left your label, Ortiz left your label, no Crooked Eye couldn't save you. Yellow Wolf been out there flopping, and where the hell Cash is at though? Heard from Obie Trice only twice, and not a word from Stat Quo. With all them false lines that you pitched them, shady records sound like less of a name and more like a description. Chain here, a feature there, a side of that, what did he do? And
that was a bar. A whole bunch of this shit is bars, but I ain't gonna keep saying it. People been telling you all day that these is bars. I wonder who the writers is though.
A description of it. Chain here, a feature there, a side of that. What did he do? And why this cat don't get the type criticism that did he do? Huh? Y'all see what all this corny rap shit do to you? Since you so hip hop, then you should've went to Nipsey funeral. If you support 50, then why you ain't go to Smoke funeral? And now you spitting gum bars, boy. I really throw two in you.
All right, so now people critiquing this and saying that what they got to do at the funeral, but that's a play on the words. Eminem did take shots at him about getting shot at the funeral, and so he just playing off of these funerals, and to let you know that he playing off of these funerals, he ended up talking about the shots that he'd give, so he just responding. That's rap, that's battle rap. He responding, that's battle rap. You gotta give him that.
Funeral, and now you spitting gum bars, boy. I really throw two in you. Talk about I catch it straight. You pull it and squeeze. I've been shot multiple times. What's a bullet to me? Looking at me. Trust my process. I am here to cook in these streets. You missing season like you rookie and bees. You call our women black bitches, then play the victim when there's distrust. You keep using the art form that we created to diss us. They try.
Okay, all right. Let's get into this, boy. How old boy be doing 1090 Jake? What he be saying? All right. Well, I don't know what he be saying, but I know he be putting his fat fingers together like that. I ain't know, but he put his fat fingers. All right. They be bad at 1090 Jake. But look, so okay, the black bitches. Now I was locked up when that happened, and when they put it out and we wasn't able to get the music, so I didn't hear the music. I actually didn't hear the song until today. I heard about it. I ain't want to listen to it, I ain't want to listen to all that shit. But I listened to it today. I think I'm gonna do a whole video on that. He's 15 years old when that came out. 15 years old. Look, I was shooting people. I was robbing people. I wasn't doing it for real. I was doing it in the video games, right? I was doing it in the video games. Shit. I was doing it in the video. My point is, at 15 years old, man, I wouldn't do half the shit now that I was doing at 15 years old. 15 years old, I was doing stupid ass shit. I was saying stupid shit. I was really doing dumb ass shit, So I'm not about to hold him accountable for what he did at that time. He's still developing. He's still growing. Could he have been? He grew up in Warren, man. Warren was racist as hell. You know what I'm saying? So that was his environment. When he got older, people break out of that stuff when they experience something different. You know what I'm saying? You'll have somebody that grew up in the hood and we only had one Caucasian person that went to my high school. So a lot of people hadn't even been around Caucasian people, and they would have probably been thinking the same type of way. It's not until you meet people, you get a chance to interact with them, that you begin to start thinking different about them. So you got to extend that courtesy. You ain't got to do a goddamn thing, but I extend that courtesy.
We created to diss us. They try to rewrite history, make you Elvis a hip hop. But in the stores, Slim should be on the shelves next to Slipknot. You say you come from battle rap, but why you don't support none of these battle cats? Drake be at the smack events, where your ass was at. Room full of hood niggas back to back, and it's action packed. And a pop rapper smack dab in the middle. Imagine that.
Look, he for real. So you gotta think of Benzino being possessed by a spirit. Speaking of possessed by spirits, Benzino is a Cancer. Who else is a Cancer? Let's see. 50 Cent is a Cancer. Who else is a Cancer? Cassidy is a Cancer. Who else is a Cancer? Floyd Mayweather is a Cancer. Cancers can be Petty, not Pretty. No, cancers can be petty, right? And cancers have a long memory. And here's what I want to say too. Now I'm not going downplay what the racial stuff means to Benzino, because here's what you have to realize, and I didn't realize it today till I looked and listened to some of this shit. Benzino heard the whole CD. It was an hour's worth of songs, right? And an hour's worth of songs is a lot of content that lets you know what it is that people think. I think I'm gonna do a video on that. Let me know if y'all want me to do a video on that, cause I'll respond to that, and I promise I'll be fair. But he can't unhear what he heard, and you don't know what he heard because he won a judgment, but the judgment that he won, he was only able to use less than a minute of the material. He was only able to put out less than a minute of the material. So he might be speaking off of stuff that he know and that he heard that everybody else don't know and that everybody else haven't heard. So you have to give him that benefit. And you can't just say that he riding clout, and you can't say you sound like goddammit Nikki Haley if you try to avoid the racial component that's inside of it. You know, it's there. You know, it's all over the world, and you're not gonna just close your eyes, and because you close your eyes, it don't exist no more. You know, it's the elephant in the room, and that's the thing that will make any Caucasian person that rap be respected if they can still fight off of that off of that elephant in the room. You know, just like, but you talking about prejudice and racism and all of that stuff. Yeah, it's still live and well, but it's a different discrimination that's bigger than racism right now, and that's against people with felonies. That's against people who are incarcerated, because slavery still exists for those who have been duly convicted of a crime, whether they are in prison, whether they have been released. So it's still some prejudice that's going on, and the people that's been convicted from a crime, they getting it from black people, they getting it from so-called white people, so-called black people, they getting it from everybody. So all of that, I'm sorry, I don't subscribe to all of that other stuff, because I see a bunch of hypocrisy coming from everybody when it's being applied to human beings that's been convicted of a crime. Yeah, that's who I represent. God damn it. Yeah.
Where your ass was at? Room full of hood niggas back to back, and it's action packed, and a pop rapper smack dab in the middle. Imagine that. Last time you battled, shit was like 22 years ago versus Marv 1. What was the outcome of that matchup? Marv 1. You been afraid, you ain't no renegade fam, and you duck my clipper blades, cause you ain't with the fade fam. Me, you and Royce can box. 2-on-1, y'all get the same hands. I'm in the trench with weight bands, so when I lift them, they land. I've been a made.
Hey, man, don't let them bars get you fucked up. It's rap though, but come on, man, that's cap. I'm calling cap right there. Where you gonna get your ass whooped?
Y'all get the same hands. I'm in the trench with weight bands, so when I lift them, they land. I've been a made man, you little mangy minute made man, and I'm pissing all in your lyrical lemonade stand.
I've been a made man, you little minute made man, and I'm pissing in your lemonade stand. Not your lemonade stand, your lemonade stand. Those is bars. He got some good writers. I heard a few people, the couple of people. Well, one of the people that I heard somebody say they thought it was is somebody who I was thinking it was also. But you got to look at the slang that they using, and he's using fam a lot. And in Detroit, you know, we use fam, but what other cities do they really use fam at like that? What other cities do they use fam?
Man, you little mangy minute made man, and I'm pissing all in your lyrical lemonade stand. My nigga Young Z dissed you, Milkbone dissed you, Last Emperor dissed you, Pace One dissed you, real lyricist, but you ain't go back at them, did you? Cause you would rather battle pop stars to get your issue. You like to pick the low hanging fruit, let's get this clear. You diss Elton John, your mom, your ex, Britney Spears. You diss Lana Del Rey fam, Moby, Iggy, not Iguodala, the white broad. Is you shitting me?
All right. Okay. Now, it's points made there, right? But that's another thing that lets you know at least what region it is that that the spirit is that's talking through Benzino. Benzino possessed right now. And that's why he rapping like a possessed man. He's possessed by a ghost writer. Get it? He's possessed by a ghost writer. It's true though, right? That's how possession works. The spirit or the ghost use the body as an entity to express itself. And so Benzino is being used by an entity called a ghost writer to express their self. So you get to listen to what it is that they didn't say. The people that they naming, they didn't name the game, right? And the game probably was the most formidable lyricist that dissed Eminem. You know, he didn't name the game. You know, Joe Budden is Joe Budden. Ain't nobody ever looked at Joe Budden as no street guy, nothing like that. But Joe Budden's soft as hell. You know, can he rap? I really wasn't. I never was a fan of Joe Budden. He could put words together, but I never really liked his style because he just wasn't my cup of Remy. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't my cup of Remy. You know, Joe Budden is a hating ass mother. Joe Budden. I'm glad that Eminem was dissing Joe Budden. But here's I was thinking about MGK. MGK gained my respect. You know, people in the city mess with MGK. You know, in Ohio, people from Ohio was killing me when I did the video. I misspoke. You know, I was talking about Ohio is just, you know, maybe about 20 minutes away from Detroit, but I made a mistake and said Cleveland, and they was like, you can tell you ain't from nowhere over there. God damn, Toledo, okay, Toledo, okay. God damn, calm down, you know. But MGK, I was thinking that, well, maybe MGK probably gave him some bars on that too, you know. But I don't know, you know.
Obie, Iggy, not Iguodala, the white broad. Is you shitting me? Will Smith, Nick Cannon, Insane Clown Posse. A retired Joe Budden. When I tell a lie, stop me.
All right, so ICP. You will not disrespect ICP. For those who don't know who ICP or Insane Clown Posse is, they one of the first ones. They was the offshoot of Esham. Esham was representing the east side of Detroit. Well, he always said he was born in New York, but he was probably one of the first people in Detroit to come out with real quality music that sounded real professional. Detroit used to have this sound it just sounded like a basement sound, right? It was different, you know. It sounded, I don't want to say this, people gonna be mad, but it sounded cheap, right? Esham was the first one that came out with some real good production, and he don't get the credit that he deserved. When Esham was out up under Real Life Products, you know, man, he had the hardest tape, the red tape. You know, he had the hardest tape that I ever heard. And then Ghetto Boys came out at that same time, and it would grip it on the other level. And it took me at least a few weeks to listen to those side by side to see which one was the better tape. So ICP come up under Esham, and ICP was good. They was representing. Esham was really one of the first ones to really put on for the city of Detroit. Outside of Detroit.
Tired Joe Budden, when I tell a lie, stop me. Machine Gun Kelly, that boy damn near whipped you. Come on, dog, how Vanilla Ice gon' dish you? If you thought your rap bars was hard, you really need to grow up. You just plain Eminem, you ain't got no nuts, huh? This shit about to get really dark on you. Get them dogs on you, the bark on you, dog on you, dog.
Dog on you. That's the thing that gave it away. Here's something about an artist. Even an artist that's writing, Michelangelo did it, Shakespeare did it in his help with the Bible. An artist is always gonna find a way to put their signature inside of their artwork. That's what artists do. They gonna always put their signature, and the part that really make it art is they put their signature there in a hidden way. And the same thing it is with lyricists. Doggone you, is certain phrases that you hear, that the artist is gonna let you know that this is me. So should Eminem respond to that? It it would be gangster for him to respond, but if he responded to it, I don't, just coming out with a song or something like that, I would like it, but he fighting a ghost. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to fight a ghost. If he responded to it, he should respond in a battle. You know what I'm saying? And leave it open to whoever it is that Benzino bring. I think M can hold his own. I literally think M can hold his own. I think he honed his skill. I think he respects hip hop. I think he studied hip hop. He studied the greats, to become one of the greats. And I really, really, really think that he can hold his own regardless of who it is that's the spirit behind it. So I think if he respond, they should make it an event for hip hop. Do a battle. Do a battle. It could be on a card or whatever, but do a battle. But don't restrict him from having whoever there that he want to have there. And I think Eminem could hold his own. That's my opinion.
Soon as you log on, you got them locked on you, like the law's on you. Soon as your thoughts dawned on you, there's a problem on your hands now, cause I got it solved on you. Don't make me fucking call Benzino dog on you.
Don't make me fucking call Benzino dog on you. That's like one of those things where where you forget, you copy and paste something, but you forget to cut out the part that says insert name here. That was that was Benzino getting paid. He should tell him, look, you got to give me some of my goddamn money back. You ain't take that signature out of there. That was a signature by the artist.
Really outside, and this recluse need to get out more. I run the outdoors and I can vouch for anyone that been down, I can account for. And how about your mind will finally be off of my neck with my hand squeezed around yours.
Okay, so there we have it. Rap Elvis. Eminem called himself Elvis. It's Rap Elvis. So now we have a battle. Now we have a battle. Rap Elvis, Eminem versus Benzino, possessed by a ghost. I get his 2 thumbs up. Until next time, like, comment, and subscribe, especially if you made it this far, because I know this is going to be long as hell, and I ain't going to edit a whole lot of it out. Until next time, this is Gangsta Astrology and Rap Beef. Look, Rap Beef. Whenever I'm doing this Rap Beef, I intend to have on something that express Rap Beef. Deuces.